The views and opinions expressed on Lifeguards Off Duty are those of its hosts and guests exclusively. They do not represent any entity, organization, or municipality.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Michael Kachmar,
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Sean.
and this is Lifeguards Off Duty with Dr. Michael Kachmar, the Jersey Shore #1 lifeguard-themed video podcast.
Watch us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook Live. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever streaming service you prefer.
If you would like to contact us, send an email to drkachmar@icloud.com. Follow us on Instagram at lg.association.
All right, let's get started.
Let's start the show.
Let's do it.
She said they gonna lock you up for killing me tonight.
Yeah, we got a copyright.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Michael Kachmar. Welcome to Lifeguards Off Duty. Thank you for tuning in to us. Today's date is January the 24th, the year of our Lord 2023. We have the boys here today. So we have Tyler. Tyler's putzing around with his camera.
How do I look?
You look great, Tyler.
Is that a little crooked?
No, I think you look pretty good. You know.
Center
So
myself a little
we
more.
have Sean.
Hello.
Sean always looks good. So Sean's got the side look. So
I got to face you guys.
yeah. So
Anyway,
anyway,
it's like, I think about that sometimes, like
Yeah,
how we
yeah.
all look different on stream because of how we're facing. Like I'm 90% of the time like leaning around these monitors to try to look at you because you have yours like right in front of your face.
yeah. So let's show. We don't have the one camera to show the our what do you call it? Our
Our
studio
setup in here.
Yeah, we have a lot of monitors. We have 3 monitors and 4 cameras and all kinds of stuff.
Wires everywhere.
Wires everywhere. So anyway, we thank you for tuning in. As always, we appreciate it. Please subscribe and hit the like button. We're on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook. I love my Twitter. We're getting a lot of people watch us on Twitter. So if you want to go there, we got Instagram, podcast. We're on Spotify and also Apple Podcasts. So we're all over the place, right, guys? And do you want to? I know you have it on the bottom
Yeah,
here. If anybody wants, but for our podcast people, can you just throw it out, Tyler? Some contact information.
Yeah. Find us at LG Association on Instagram. You can email. We'll do this at the end of the show. This is all at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, well, just people, I think
You got to hear it 3 times.
Yeah, they got. Listen, one thing about medicine, you got to tell people multiple times something. So listen, I'm
Wait,
gonna.
I can't believe I never asked you this. How's your prescription handwriting? Do you just like scribble?
Well, first
it,
of all, I don't write any. Very rare do I write prescriptions anymore. Everything is e-scribe on a computer. E-scribe. And what's interesting about e-scribe now is that it's a real-time interface. So on my computer, I go into my e-scribe, and it'll tell me what medications you're taking. Some of the drug stores or pharmacies interact with us. And then also, what's really nice, anytime I pull up a drug, one of the things you do is when you come in, we put all your drugs on the computer. That's we're anal about that. That's a big important thing because we don't want to hurt anybody. And then when I order a drug, it tells me, it matches all your other drugs and see if there's a counterindication or a side effect that could affect it. And so I get alerts. So it's pretty good. And then what I do is I put in what I want, and I can search it a little bit, and I can search your history, and then bang, it shoots out to the drugstore. It's before you leave.
How much would it change medicine if you could actually have like real-time data on people's like health statistics, like what bloods are in their blood or what drugs are in their bloodstream at this very second? What stage are they in their absorption?
How close are they to becoming a diabetic?
Like we're talking like a Neuralink chip in a brain that's constantly giving you feedback on this.
Well, that'd be interesting. But here's the thing: I would just like to have where if you were at another doctor or another facility, we could get access to your information.
Is that not what eScribe does?
No,
It's not universal?
Well, eScribe, you have to. There's a thing called HIPAA. I mean, if you want to get into this is a long discussion, but there's a lot of things that go into play. But what's happening now is a lot of the hospitals are getting into one. Like electronic medical records,
like a central ledger kind of.
Well, there's one called Epic. So now
Epic Pass.
No, Epic is the name of the the software. And
Yeah,
so,
Vail.
I got the wrong Epic Pass.
but you have different hospitals. So answer your question. Knowledge is always important. Knowledge is power. So the more I know about you, yes, but it's hard.
I imagine
it's not that easy to gain now. I'll give you a good example. I had two patients. I'll give you two. One, I had a patient. I was on call for the past 2 weeks. One lady, I got her. We did get the history in the ER. She was in her third motor vehicle accident. It was she got arrested, and she's we talked to her. She's abused alcohol. She's in rehab now. We have another individual who he came in and he had difficulty breathing. He was AFib, and he was a 65-year-old guy, and he's using cocaine. Now we tested him. I wasn't there in the interview in the ER, but he might have said something, or maybe a family member said something. But when you come in, you're sick. You start spilling the beans. You're like, dude, what are you doing? Because your heart's in arrhythmia right now. You could die. And you're like, yeah, I'm doing cocaine. And so when we get that, we test everybody. So, but it takes a while. So yeah, all the information, because to me, to operate on somebody or to give you other medications is important. If you're in atrial fibrillation because of cocaine, that's dangerous. You could die from that. So yeah, the more knowledge. But to answer your question, I'd love to have that stuff. But anyway, going forward, this is a lifeguard show. We could listen. I have a show. Anybody wants to know? It's called Scrubbing Up with Dr. Katchmar. You guys got to start coming on. I want you guys to come on, and we could talk about medicine.
I'm gonna ask you the real questions if you want me to come on that show.
Yeah. So anyway, how about we go? Listen.
So there was a big,
go ahead,
kind of really cool crossover between lifeguarding and surfing this past weekend at the Eddie Aikau Invitationals at Waimea Bay.
Yeah, the Eddie.
So they call him the Eddie. But interestingly, this is not a surf competition. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is not a surf competition that happens every year. It's only when the conditions are right. So
what's the conditions?
Big
20 plus feet for several days.
So it has to be over 20 feet.
I think the last one was in 2016.
Yes.
So they don't have 20 feet. Okay, so good. And where is this located
So
now?
this is the North Shore, Waimea Bay.
Hawaii. Okay.
So, and anyone familiar with really lifeguarding lore in general will probably know who Eddie Aikau is.
I think we've done a show on him.
Can I ask you what? And this is, I know this is live. Why does it say run screen in there? Is that on your screen?
I think that's just a little
glitch,
something glitchy.
Okay.
Oh,
it's gone. Thank you. So go ahead.
Catch. What do you know about Eddie? Do you know about Eddie Aikau?
I've heard of it. I've seen documentaries on it.
Yeah, and I can summarize his I guess career for people who might be listening that aren't familiar. But basically, I think the first lifeguard on the North Shore.
He had a truck, right? He would drive around the beach on his truck.
Yeah, he was the only guy on the job. He would just roll around with his surfboard and he made hundreds of rescues, never lost a single person. Big wave surfing pioneer, was paddling longboards into these 20, 50-foot waves in when was he, the 50s or 60s?
The numbers, I don't know.
I think this was in the 50s or 60s.
I think 60s.
And also super in touch with his roots as a Hawaiian. So he was part of a traditional voyage I forget exactly what it was in memory of, but basically the people native to Hawaii, they made this thousands of miles journey across the ocean to get to Hawaii in these, compared to now, pretty primitive vessels. So he was going to recreate that with a bunch of other sailors. And
yeah, I don't know if it's a traditional every year thing or they were just doing it.
Yeah, but the boat capsized pretty quickly into their journey, and him being the lifeguard and hero that he was, decided to try to paddle back to the island to get help, and he was never seen again.
That I heard about. Yeah.
Yeah, as a result of that,
he went to go save somebody. Him and the other guy were never seen again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it was just him. But that's why this invitational exists, this big wave surfing competition. Sean, you had something you want to... Oh, it sounded like you were going to talk for a second. My bad.
You said it after I was going to.
So how long has this been going on then?
So the first one was... Do you want to gas catch?
I don't know. I don't know. That's good. 80s.
Throw out a number. I'll throw out a number.
80s.
99.
85.
There you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
January 3rd, 1985. It was
Dang, I
won
was
by
wrong.
Denton Miyamura. The following year, they were able to have it again. Eddie's brother, Clyde Aikau, won.
That's sick.
So the story we're looking at today is that this guy, Luke Shepardson, North Shore local, grew up wanting to be either a professional surfer or a lifeguard. I found a interview today from like 2016. So this is actually around the time that the last Eddie's was happening. He was talking to like a surf magazine, and he told them, yeah, I either want to be he was like a young up and coming surfer. He said, I either want to be a pro surfer or a lifeguard on the North Shore by the time I'm 25.
And so he chose to be a lifeguard.
So he chose to be a
Now-
lifeguard, but he's also a very established surfer. He's not some like
But is he on the pro circuit? Oh, or is he? And this is his name, Luke.
Luke Shepardson. Yeah.
Now is he on the pro circuit, or is he just like some
I think he's just guards. I think he's just a lifeguard out there.
Maybe Sean can you look at it real quick? So I'll let you know if that's maybe he could pull it up.
I can
So,
look up
but
Luke.
Because that adds to the story. Now see, here's the thing.
I know he's competed in the Eddie before.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Now is anybody allowed, or is only certain people are allowed? I mean, like what's the
It's-
criteria? Can anybody go into it? Like or any just Joe go show up, or is it?
I
they only
believe
allow-
it's an invitational.
only.
It is an invitational. He was on the reserve list. He wasn't even meant to compete. Someone dropped out. So
oh wow.
this guy, this North Shore local, he's just. I want you guys to picture this. Like for us, this would be like Skip. I know you worked with Skip, right?
yeah,
But for
yeah.
Sean and I, this would be like
It's a guy who
like if we had a massive memorial race for Skip every year in Seaside Heights, and like one of us won it.
yeah, I got
How
it.
meaningful that would be.
Yeah.
This guy grew up worshiping Eddie Aikau, not only as a surfer, not only as a lifeguard, but both.
Right.
He knows the legend of this guy. And then while working as a lifeguard at the beach that he pioneered the craft in,
Right.
he also wins the surf competition dedicated to him by catching like a fucking massive wave.
Yeah. This was on national news, I mean, because I picked it up.
I've had
yeah.
4 family members text me this.
Yeah,
This
it was,
is
it
like-
was on national news. So you have some of the,
So we have, here's the wave. One of the waves
you're
he
gonna
caught.
you're gonna put the volume on there a little bit. Or we don't have any volume.
I don't think we can have the volume just for it, but they're talking about just how massive this wave is. They're saying it's the biggest wave of the day. I've seen this clip.
That's more than 20 foot, no?
No, I think 30 and 40 was what it was that day.
Look at that.
That's
Just
not.
gets
That's not.
swallowed up.
And then, best part about
But
all
where's,
this, Kat,
where's his winning wave though? Is
That was it.
Now, let's see. Can we see? Can you do that again? Then
You can see the drop in.
Let's see the drop in.
hold on, I gotta
In
refresh this.
2011, he was 16. It was his first pro qualifying season.
Wow.
So, best part about all this is in between heats, he was getting back in the tower. And then right after he won, he did an interview. And he's like, yeah, like I want to celebrate, but I gotta go back into the tower to make sure everyone's safe for the rest of the day.
And the other thing too is just think about it. I mean, I know they're probably not letting a lot of people in the water, but I mean, think about lifeguarding with 20, 30, 40 foot waves. I mean, you try to keep everybody out, I would imagine, but still. Can we pull that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it pulled
yeah,
up again.
Yeah.
Ty, you saw the clip of the when the wave came up onto the beach with the spectators?
Oh, did you? Yeah,
Can we get
Cash,
that
you
up?
might have seen that. Yeah, let me show Cash this video again. But
I want to see him drop in.
these freaking ads.
I know that's hard. That's why we say we got to try to work on that to get it where it's cleaner. I know. I look at, we do that on our show. Yeah, and I don't pick up the ads, and then you see it on the other side. I don't think that we should be doing that. But anyway, we're learning. Anyway, he was working. And how old this guy again? You said
27.
27. Wow, it's an amazing thing. So,
I mean, it's just like how cool that must feel for him.
yeah.
He did it.
Oh, here it is.
Here's the wave.
Okay, let's see. Woo! So we're showing it right now. Wow, he's coming right down. Woo! Look at that.
Also this year, this is the first time women were allowed to surf at the Eddie.
Really?
And 6 of them were able to compete. That I actually watched live them talking about that. I didn't see this video.
That's some. Now, did he have like a professional? Well, I guess they helped him out with the.
Yeah, they have the skis and
and everything. Oh, those guys are unbelievable. They, in Hawaii, those are the guys who pioneered ski rescues.
Look at these idiots.
Now, don't call them idiots. Now, come on.
No. You can hear in the video
idiots.
the lifeguards were telling them not to stand there.
Should we play that or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think they'll take it down now.
Why?
Hawaii's Super Bowl of surfing. But yeah, these people are all standing up against the fence, and this huge whitewash comes in, and then you can hear the announcer saying, "Yo, get away from the fence." And then I think one of them says, "Told you so."
Yeah. Oh, they all got hit.
I think people were swept out.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it make some? Oh, here, but a child wasn't hurt. A baby swept under the house. Oh, they got swept like up. Let me see. So 20 to 40 foot waves, which doesn't happen every year. So the event occurs only when the surf is large enough to create 20 to 40 foot waves. Wow. So yeah, that's amazing.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just, like I said, a really cool crossover between the surfing and the lifeguarding worlds that, usually it's perceived that we're at each other's throats, us and surfers, but.
Well, some of our best lifeguards over the years have been surfers, number one. Number two is, I think that, not every, and I would say, I used to say not every lifeguard, not every surfer is a lifeguard, but every lifeguard could be a surfer. But, now, we all get in the water. I mean, we play in the morning. We all get on boogie boards or surfboards or paddle boards.
It's
so
like,
we're all surfing.
It's like skiers and snowboarders. We're just trying to get that powder.
And how many, I always say that probably, if you had to have the aggregate of all the lifeguards, you get rid of that. Out of all the rescues that are made between lifeguards and surfers, I bet the numbers are pretty damn close, because I could tell you all the years that I worked in Seaside Heights, when we leave at 6 o'clock, there's surfers in the water, and they make a lot of rescues. They make a lot, and you never know. They're not recorded.
Those guys put up numbers.
What's that?
Those guys put up numbers.
Oh, they do? I haven't seen, they don't put, yeah. But the thing is, how many thousands, all around the world. I mean,
it makes sense. I like being on the beach. I like being in the water. This job lets me do that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, a lot of the surfers, off hours, they make a lot of rescues. And Seaside Heights and other beaches, you always hear the stories. I mean, they really make a lot of rescues, and we appreciate. That's why we let we always encourage the surfers to get in there, and I think it's great. And I can tell you so many great lifeguards that we hired over the years who are surfers. I mean, they know the water. The only problem with hiring a surfer is that when there's big waves, they don't want to work. They want out of there. They want to get in the water. And
I see Jacobus itching up there when he wants to.
Yeah, so we got to.
out.
I mean, here's a guy. He's 55 years old, and he's surfing surf boats. I mean, yeah, he's got the sand between his toes. But when you're a lifeguard, I mean, when you're a surfer, you understand the waves, you understand the currents, you understand the wind. You know when the wind changes, because you're surfing and then you're waiting for the wind to change, and then you lose your, the waves change. Lifeguard, that's good to be. It's hard to teach a lifeguard that who hasn't surfed.
Me not being really like a surfer. That comparison, like the way we understand the water to the way a surfer understands the water. I don't want to say it's like we speak exactly the same language, but it's like I'm speaking Jersey English and they're speaking like Southern, like Texas English,
Same language, different dialect.
Same language, different dialect. Exactly.
Yeah, well, they know the word. Well, we got it. So our to this lifeguard here, congratulations to Luke. And do we know how long he's been a lifeguard for? Anybody know?
No idea.
No, in that interview from back in the day, he said he wanted to be a lifeguard by 25. So I think he achieved that at minimum.
Yeah. Well, I think that's great, and I think
guy went and did both things that were his dream.
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Yeah. I tell you, I still today, if people ask me what I do, I tell them I'm a lifeguard. So it's if I could have done that, if that was.
Is that really what you say first?
That is not
a
what
lot of times. Says. No, a lot of times I do. Yeah, it depends on where I'm at.
How many times a day do you introduce yourself as Dr. Michael Catchmore?
Not, I don't have the opportunity.
Not counting when we do a podcast.
Not that much. I don't. Well, when I go into a room, I go. I introduce myself. When I meet a new patient, I go, "I'm Dr. Catchmore." I have my white coat on and that whole thing. But sometimes I don't say too much. But if I think that if you, all my buddies who lifeguard with me, and they're businessmen, they're doctors, lawyers, all kinds of different jobs. And I think that if they could have made the same amount of money doing lifeguarding, they would have done that and not do what they do. I mean, I love medicine, but we would have done that for sure. It's a great job. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna make one point, because you always forget about this. There's not everybody in a job will save somebody's life. I mean, legitly save somebody's life. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done it during my residency. But on the beach. And not every rescue, is saving somebody's life. I mean, they're in trouble, but they might have made it in, but we don't let it go that far. But there'll be times, if you lifeguard long enough, where if you weren't there, that person would have drowned, and that's a great feeling that you saved somebody's life. You can't. When
people ask me that, like, oh, are they like actually drowning? I'm like, I mean, if it's hard to tell. Like, if I let them go for another 10 minutes, yeah, they might have drowned, or yeah, they might have got in. But like you said, we're not in the business of taking that risk. No. There's no doubt about it. If you look at the statistics and you look at USLA, their statistics, I forget what it is, but I think it's 1 in a million or 1 in 10 million if there's lifeguards on duty. And if there's not lifeguards on duty, it goes down to like 1 in, 10,000. It increases the risk big time. Roughly, how many rescues have you been on in your career?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I could tell you.
Back in the day, it was different than it is now.
Yeah, I haven't been. Now, we're more preventative, and I would say over the years, at least 500.
One time, Cash was on the stand. Someone was doing a break, and you were giving them the break on the stand. I was on the stand next to you, and this guy is clearly like needs to be saved. And I see Cashmore, the guys between us, I see Cashmore kind of getting ready, and he looks to his right and he looks to his left, and I'm on his left, and I'm like, I got it.
Some of my favorite part about working on the beach is all the nonverbal communication.
Yeah,
that
I'm just
happens.
waving to him don't worry.
It's not on the radio, it's not, but I understand what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The body language, body English.
Yeah, the body English. It's just like, just a little wave, and I'm like, all right, he's going. I'm gonna grab this rope. I'm gonna sprint down there. We're gonna be fine.
What I used to like, and I still remember it in my mind. I wish we could have, had photography of it, videoed it. Is we would be set up, and it was 2 men on each lifeguard stand, 2 people, and we all had Ray-Ban sunglasses, and we all listened to the same radio station. We all had radios in the back, and I'm telling you, it was like WMMR. We had, and so when one song came on, everybody, would know the other stand would be listening to it. And then when you had a rescue, everybody was watching. You'd go and you would rotate down. And what would be nice is I would rotate down, and when I get up on a stand, the other stand would get up too. Like in other words, if we're rotating down, you can see the other person. As soon as you get up, they get up. It's like clockwork. And then you didn't miss, the song is still playing there. You just left the other stand. It's great. It was really good. And so that's nice about lifeguarding.
I remember. This is how long I've been at this, because now everyone's got some kind of just portable speaker, but. One kid we used to work with, 2 actually, had a hand crank radio.
Yeah.
You would charge. It took exactly 52 turns to charge this kid's radio. It would stay good for 2 hours. Yeah. And we were just listening to radio all day.
Somebody had a I forget what beach I was at last summer. Somebody had a little solar panel.
I've seen one of those.
Mm-hmm. And they put it, had it, and it worked pretty well. We had the phones at one time, and we would have radios. But back in the day, there was rechargeable batteries back in the 80s. I think when I worked in the 80s, 90s, I mean, pretty sure there was rechargeable batteries. I'm stretching now. Even I think late 70s. I don't know. That's a good thing to research. But
you can get the weather on our new radios.
Yeah, you can. You can if you want. But that's VHF. I mean, we should have that in our tower. It's VHF. I wanted to have that so you get the boat-to-boat stuff. But getting back with the rescues, how many I did, it's hard to know. But there's a lot of other stuff. I mean, we used to do boat rescues, and we used to make a lot of raft rescues because there was a lot of rafts. It's interesting. We've gotten in our beach now, and a lot of beaches, we try to be a lot more proactive. Don't let people get in trouble. And I think years ago we were a little bit more, different. We let people to swim a lot more, like.
Well, the game's just evolved since
Right.
then.
Well, I think there's some beaches that do. South Jersey, I think they let them swim a little bit more, and I think that, like, I watched Bondi Beach. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I mean, they seem to have a lot of rescues that people are going down for the count.
I mean, there's a lot of like when you look at Bondi Beach, like that is a fully
inner city beach. That is an inner city beach.
But also it's like a fully like full on professional outfit. You know what I mean? Like those guys are there.
Right.
That's what they do full time.
Right.
Also,
Well, there's other people there too.
Yeah.
Remember, there's volunteers. Just so you know, you have the main core lifeguards, and then you have a group of volunteers that are all around there. So I don't know how much but let me make a point about Bondi, and different than our beach too. And I've dealt with those beaches down the Caribbean. If you look at when they show the pictures, I don't think their sandbars move as much. It's more coral. I mean, they do have bars and all of that, but I think they have defined areas.
They have like hammered in posts.
Right, and I think they get some big
like,
ocean,
like street signs of like where their rips are.
Yeah.
Also, like Bondi clearly makes real saves, but there's people that know if they get in trouble at Bondi Beach, they have a pretty good shot of getting on TV.
On TV, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. So
there's a guy did that in an episode actually.
I've seen them, yeah, because clearly there's people in trouble, but also there's those just asses that just want to be interacting with the lifeguards
on the telly.
Yeah, we have our days. I think what's different about our beach and New Jersey beaches in general is that we have bad days when we have bad ocean. We haven't had. We always say there used to be more snowstorms years ago. It used to be more bad ocean years ago. I don't know why. Things are changing, and I mean there was so many northeast storms that we had, the hurricane season. So I guess it evolves over time. But Bondi Beach and these other places, I mean, they get some big swell coming in there, and it's just where they're located in that part of the world, And so they get some big stuff. And when you know what it is, the big ocean gives you big runs and big trouble. So we could have big volume. A lot of our days we have big volume. We could have 30, 40,000 people on our beach. It's flat calm, but we still have issues because it's just the volume, But we get big ocean, and then it gets a little different. But how often do we have big ocean? So anyway, what else you got? Anything else, Sean?
I was taking a selfie.
Me
for
and
the
Tyler
Instagram.
are
What else?
currently 6 hours out from leaving for New Hampshire. We're going on a ski trip. We're gonna film it again, make another video like we did last year.
Good.
Going to New Hampshire.
Good. Well, our captain's heading off. I just talked to our captain, our illustrious captain. He's heading down to Costa Rica to go see one of our other lifeguards, Mike Ward. So he's on his way. I think he's leaving Monday. I'm like so jealous.
How long does he go? Like a month? 2 months?
No, I can't. Yeah. He's going down there.
Well, you don't have responsibilities.
Yeah, no,
What
There's things you got to do, Cashmore.
I got.
You don't have patience to attend to. What are you talking about?
I got people. I got 5 people who work for me right now.
All right, here's a question.
So
when are we getting the catamaran?
Yeah.
So
soon.
So we can just
Go down there.
Below deck.
Below deck. We'll be like little boat boys.
What I want to do is this is my dream for you guys. And when I was in Tortola, there's a place called Jahayas Bay, and I brought 3 of the lifeguards down there. And there's this beautiful beach to surf. It's one of the best places to surf in Tortola. And what I want to do is I want to have the catamaran come up when it's a nice surf day, anchor up outside the break, and then have you guys just jump off with the boards. Now I've seen, and people do that. They'll come up there, and
that sounds sick.
And it's just you just jump off the boat and you paddle. I don't know, maybe 50 yards. You got to be careful where you anchor the boat, but and you just surf right there. It's great, and I'd love to do that. And then after you're done, and you come back and have lunch on the boat, and you don't even have to go to the beach. And then there's another place called Anegada Island, which is like unbelievable surfing. Same thing. You could, and what my friends do is some of them do helicopters, but you go there and you take your boat and you anchor it up, and then there's reefs, so it's a little bit further out, and you just surf the reef. You never even go to the shore. That's pretty wild. And the water's so warm and it's so nice. So yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna get there. So anything else, Sean? What do we were doing a quick show today. Anything else you wanted to talk about, or?
No, we just want to make sure we talked about how cool the Luke Shepardson story was.
Yeah, I think that's great. There was something else I can't remember now. there was nothing. Wasn't there another thing with Lifeguards somewhere? What was the one you had about New York City? What they opened up? What was that one? We weren't going to talk about that. Okay.
Oh, you had something.
I was
pulled
just
up
looking.
before
I
the
was
show.
trying to find articles.
See, this is
Yeah, why we have to be
this
right.
is why we have our new
Right.
schedule.
So,
Guys, listen, listeners, listen.
Right.
No, let's keep it close to the heart. Let's not.
Oh yeah, no, actually, yeah, we're playing this one close to our chest.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about? I got to go to football.
Nah,
I got to go.
I'm just, you know what? We're going, like Sean said, we're going snowboarding. Sean's trying to hit that toe edge for the first time, right?
I've hit the toe edge before.
Oh, you're trying to hit the heel edge?
No, I'm trying to get better.
Sean's trying to get better at hitting that toe edge. I'm just trying not to get hurt. Hopefully we check out some cool breweries, see some cool sights. We're going to be in Attitash, New Hampshire, in case like you don't hear from us and it's past Sunday, so you can send a search party.
You'll be fine. Get some good videos.
Someone call Ski
have.
Patrol for us.
Someone call Ski.
get-
Oh yeah, we're going to try to hang out with Ski Patrol while we're there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Get an interview with one of those guys.
So my idea
Get an interview with
is
those guys.
every chance I get on the lift, I'm going to try to ride with the Ski Patrol and just like pull out my phone and just do like these 5-minute lift interviews with Ski Patrol.
Try to get a sticker from them. That'd be great.
Yeah, do you have any stickers you can?
Yeah, I don't know. We have
send
to
us
look.
home
We
with?
might. But we got to get some. We got
I
to
have
get
some.
Yeah, you got to
Okay,
get it. You
Sean's
got to
got
get
stickers.
You got to get a sticker from those guys. Well, have a great trip, guys, and be safe. You guys all driving up together? Or you're not flying up?
Yeah,
there?
we're
You-
leaving
Yeah.
in
6
hours.
Good.
Driving through the night.
Yeah, I drove up the. We were up to went up to Bar Harbor, Maine, last 2 Junes ago, and that was when it was 90 degrees. It was in June, and it was about a 10-hour ride. That was like it was nice though. I had a great time up there. Bar Harbor was really an amazing place. I was the lobster. It's you eat so much lobster, it's all over the place, and it's so good. So it was nice. Well, enjoy yourselves, and we'll have. I guess you'll be back next week. Will we have a show next week?
yeah.
So
We'll be here Tuesday.
We'll have a show next week.
We'll be here Tuesday.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Lifeguards Off Duty. We got a lot of cool stuff
Everybody,
we're working on.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Turn on notifications.
What else? That's it. We're gonna pack it in.
You know what to say.
We're good. Sean, thank you very much. I
Thank
love
you.
your green.
Thank you.
I like the outfit. And Tyler,
It's from Key West.
it's
his
Key
shirt.
West. Yeah,
his mom got it for him.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Stay out.
all right, wait. Not yet. So now we said at the end of the show. So listen, you guys want to contact us, drkachmar at icloud.com.
You
This
had
is
to
for
get
our,
it in.
we have to get it
You
for our
had to get
podcast people. Listen, you want to hook up with us, talk to us, comment, drkachmar at icloud.com. I have a webpage, JerseyShoreFootAndLegCenter.com. There's a lot of stuff with medicine there. What's the LG Association?
LG.association at Instagram.
Go to that. That's
Also, you can email us at lifeguardsoffduty@gmail.com. And
there's
if
so
you
many.
want, you can call into the show.
Right, and just remember, guys,
sometime.
we're live on Twitter, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Rumble. So grab us. We're all over the place. There's no reason why you can't see us. And subscribe. That's the key. If you subscribe, as soon as we come on, you'll get it.
Yeah,
you'll
you'll get it.
phone-
It's like we're texting you saying,
Yeah,
"Hey, we're going live."
And we want you guys to comment. We really want some emails. And if you're a lifeguard out there and you want to come on the show, we could Zoom you in. You could call in if you don't want us, if you're shy, you don't want to be seen, and we could talk. You could talk to us, and we'd love to have you. We want to hear your stories about your rescues, about your life, whatever you do. The more people who call in, it'll enrich the show. So
yeah.
right?
One more quick thing.
What?
Sean's trying to go home.
Yeah, we're trying to go home. We got to get out of here.
We got another viewer as we're leaving. We want to start doing like sticker swaps. So if you want a sticker, email us. If you want to send us a sticker back to get put up in the studio, email us. We'll work it out. We think that could be really cool. So
Good.
Yeah,
All right.
just use those emails and get in touch with us.
All right.
Peace.
Let's go. All right, everyone, stay out, stay alive. Stay out and stay alive. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Nice. That was like a record percentage per show of promotion,
Good.
I think.